I haven't uploaded the video yet, but a couple days ago I had tore this reel-to-reel completely apart. I had traded three, what are they? Well, two of them are receivers, one's an integrated amplifier, for three reel-to-reel decks. A Sony TC377, this one, and an Akai 1722 Mark II. This machine, I completely tore the whole thing down simply because it wasn't running at all. I mean, it just won't do anything. So here we go. There's the plug for it. Same as what they had put on the my Akai 150 on my tube tester, except the Akai 150 cord's gray. You plug in, the motor automatically begins to run and the tubes warm up, even if the power switch is off and it's in stop. Go ahead. As you can hear, it pots a little bit noisier to clean it once. This reel-to-reel takes up to 5-inch reels. I got this reel with a EMI L2A that I had bought. This is the Lloyds 505, by the way. I can try and thread this thing by hand. It's such a pain. There's a little felt pressure pad in there, and I just don't like to line up. What you're seeing is that's actually paper leader tape right there. I had originally bought the roll of it. I don't know, something about paper leader tape just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. The only thing that doesn't work is rewind, simply because I haven't put a new belt in this. I completely lubed the whole thing, but the belt needs to be replaced. Go ahead, go and play. It's got a built-in amplifier and speaker. It's all tube, like I said, no transistors. Takes, I believe, 4 or 5 tubes. It's got a little pressure pad, that little green thing right there. Sometimes you have to reverse the power cord. It's not polarized, and you have to make sure that it fits in the plug a certain way. Yeah, see, no hum now. There we go. Rewind it again. It's funny about that. It likes to hum if you don't put the plug in correctly. I have to clean that volume pot. That's just too noisy. I clean it once and I guess it's so dirty that it requires another cleaning. There we go. It's a bit temperamental sometimes. You have to play with the thing to get it to run nice. And now I did make a modification for the internal speaker. I had done 2 male phono couplers, or 2 male phono ends into a male phono coupler. That way I can use this speaker for anything else, or I can go ahead and run this into anything because this doesn't have a line output on it. So we'll try it again now. So noisy. Picked up a lot of noise, I guess, last night. Wasn't that noisy yesterday. I think that's a fault because it stops when you turn it off for a second. And that just keeps going. Don't know whether it's shorting into the chassis or something. I think that pot's just bad. Not sure. It's pretty high fidelity. It runs at 3 3/4. Alright, now I just have to crank the thing by hand because of that belt. If I put on rewind, it just sits there. It doesn't do anything. Now I've got the microphone that came with it, or I guess it came with it, I'm not quite sure. It just says made in Japan on the back, it doesn't really say. Clean the pinch roller pretty good, that's still pretty good. The reels don't have any stops on them or anything like that. And the cover for it, if you see that, that's not the cover peeling up or anything, that's some of the old foam that I'd set on top of that to just keep the reels from flopping around. I'll probably have to recut those out. So make sure we unplug it because the tubes stay on. I don't know, put too many hours on there. Those, I should say. Trying to think what else. It puts out about 2 watts or so. Like I said, it's 3 3/4. It's pretty high fidelity. Although it does mention changing the speed to 7.5 in the instructions. I don't have a clue how that would ever be done. I mean, unless you open the thing up and pull the belt off the pulley and change that. But I don't know why you'd want to, you know, I just can't imagine somebody changing the speed, you know, by opening the thing up. You know, most people aren't that technical to go through and change it. So, that's a bit of a surprise to me. Like I said, I probably should replace this pot. It's so noisy. Although it's nice and free moving, it's pretty noisy when I turn this on. It's got a little neon bulb. It's got one head with a permanent magnet for erasing. It's a little magnet that moves up against the tape. So, thanks for watching.